Hey everyone, I've done a ton of videos about digital marketing and how to start a digital marketing agency, but in this episode, I'm going to talk about social media and how to get that SMMA going, that social media marketing agency. Let's go. All right, guys, for any of you out there trying to get your social media marketing agency going, I'm going to go through 5 tips today that can help you get it off the ground. Things that I have already learned based on my experience. They're going to help you. They're going to be some that are pretty abstract and some that are very, very tactical. Things that you can do to get started and start your knowledge curve so that you know what you're doing as you start to get clients. Tip number 1. And this depends if you're doing it by yourself or if you already have a team. But when you're getting started with a social media marketing agency, in order to get more clients, in order to build the agency, you need one thing, and that's a portfolio. Now, to build a portfolio, you have a couple different options, but the one thing I recommend here is find a couple of your first clients that you fully control. What I mean by this is if the client still has access to social media, they're making their own posts, then that product, that page, which you'll show to other potential clients, may not be a full representation of what you can do, about what your vision is for social media, but what your niche is and how you build content. So if you find a couple clients where you fully control, those become your top priority and portfolio items. At the same time, if clients are not willing to do that as you get started, no big deal. The tip I give everyone starting out their agencies is this: build your personal brand or your company brand at the same time. Remember, your personal brand, all my JV stuff, I fully control. So no matter who looks at it, I know that's a representation of the type of content we can make, what we can do, and how we're going to execute. Number 2. Now that last one was a little bit tactical. This is a more abstract, but when you're getting your social media marketing agency going, you have to remember that as you start to gain experience, you're going to understand what the clients are looking for more. For our side, we realize that clients are looking for things such as ROI and what social media is going to return. But if you go into these conversations and pitch just ROI for just social media marketing, you may disappoint your clients after a couple months because social media is so much more than that. Social media is about branding. It's about developing brand equity and showing off this content that builds trust with your clients' audiences. It's not just about ROI only. Now, ROI is a component, but ROI numbers get better the bigger and more brand equity that client gets. Now, one pro tip that I'll throw in before I go to the next tip is social media marketing and social media ads work really well for compulsive buys, or compulsive buys as we call it. Anything that's about $100 and under. Based on our experience, anything over than that, then you have to develop more relationship. You got to make more content of value and spend more time. I always draw this chart, but the higher priced items are going to take a longer time to develop a relationship. You're going to have more touch points with the audience before you can convert them into a sale or just into a conversion through a lead. All right, tip number 3. 3 is an important one for me. If you take anything, if you're taking notes behind your computer screen right now, star this one. When you're building your social media marketing agency, build audiences for your clients. I'm not just talking about follower counts. I'm talking about audiences of people that have watched their videos, that have visited their page, the friends of friends. All of those audiences allow you to make better ads when you start to advertise for your clients. It is going to produce better results than putting out a blanket ad to just a bunch of demographics and interests within the Facebook ad platform. Now, to develop audiences, you have to recognize that you do have to run a couple ads beforehand. So whenever you start with your clients, it's not about creating those results in the first month. The first month is for you to start to develop those audiences. After that, that's where the magic really starts to happen. Now, pro tip on that one, and I will do other videos about this, but when you're setting up all of your Facebook ads or Instagram ads, or even LinkedIn, whatever platform you're doing, make sure you set up the pixel. That pixel is going to allow you to track the conversions through your client's website. It's something you really have to look into and understand fully. Tip number 4, trial and error, or as I call it, create and correct. What I mean by that is social media changes so quickly. Everything changes so fast. New platforms come out. For example, TikTok now is exploding, so more clients are talking about TikTok and how they can get on it. So you have to do a lot of trial and error. You have to get a lot of context. You got to scroll the For You page. You got to go through and discover what's going well and what's not going well on the specific platforms. Use the analytic tools that the platforms give you in order to see what's working and what's not, and then create and correct so that you can keep improving every single time you post that content out for any of your clients. Lastly, tip number 5. Tip number 5 is one that took us a little longer to understand ourselves. However, not every single business is right for social media. Now, I'm not saying that every business shouldn't be on social media. They definitely should have an online presence. However, for some people, for some personal brands, they're just not comfortable on social media. Even though they should have it, pushing them into social media in comparison to just running some social media ads or getting into search engine ads. Just waiting for Kevin to stop eating, guys. He's being really cute right now. Hey, buddy. No, you're gonna keep eating? However, it doesn't mean that every business is going to be comfortable with social media right off the bat. Sometimes you have to go into the process a little slower. And sometimes some personal brands, some people just aren't comfortable at all on camera. Some people are just trying to fake it and it comes off in the content. You just don't want to put that on social media as part of your portfolio. What it's actually going to do if you take a couple of those clients is set you back. Find clients that want to be on social media, are good at it, and are dedicating themselves to making the brand and the presence and building an audience over a long period of time. Social media is a long-term game, and anyone that's just trying to get short-term results through social media is not going to stay with your agency that long. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you got some value from those 5 tips. It's some things that we've learned. There was a couple tactical things in there. I'm going to keep making videos just like this. And if you guys have any topics that you really want me to talk about, make sure you put it in the comments below. Also, tell me if I did good or bad by hitting that like or dislike button. I will not hold it against you. And I really hope to see you guys in the next episode. That's all for now, guys.